Hey there, fellow white shavers. Brian here with the White Shave Experience. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Today's video, we are going to be featuring a new item to the den, and that is A&E Evans Pedro Fiasco line. This is the new shaving cream. This is in a barbershop scent, this particular one. We do have the matching splash. So with the Pedro Fiasco line, if you're familiar with A&E Evans' new Pedro Fiasco line, there is a shaving soap that comes in a puck. Those are probably the most value price point that A&E has. Those do not have matching splashes. Then the newest introduction is this shaving cream. The shaving cream comes in this scent, Barbershop, and another vanilla scent, and an unscented version of the soap of the cream. And the Barbershop and the vanilla do have a splash that matches those. So this is probably an in-between price point between A&E's standard offerings, which is the K2E base now, and the value line of the shaving soap pucks. The other thing is this does come in a plastic tub, whereas I'll grab one of these pucks do not. So they are just wrapped in cellophane wrapping. So, and the scents on the pucks are different from the scents that are available on the cream. This is a soap, and again, this is a cream. So, a couple of things to get out of the way first. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been a long-time subscriber, thanks for the continued support. If you're watching this channel for the first time and you like anything you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button below. Also, if you like or found anything helpful that I say, hit that thumbs up button. All of that helps the channel and the channel growth. So I really appreciate it if you would consider doing those things. And that is enough for the public service announcement. The second thing is we're going to interrupt our single edge safety razor journey for the Blackland journey. So if you saw my unboxing recently, you'll notice that I got the Blackland Era. So I'm going to use that for the first time on the channel today. So I guess we'll jump to that. We'll get back to the shaving cream. It does come in this paper box. If you saw my unboxing, you've already seen all this. If you did not see the unboxing, this is the box that it comes in. It's kind of cool because it opens the box outside. However, I think this is a known issue. The Razor kind of destroyed all the packaging inside and it ripped. Razor wasn't damaged. It's not a big deal. It's just packaging, but not the best packaging after all in hindsight, I'm sure, as it all kind of fell apart inside here. So this is what the Razor looks like. I did mention in my unboxing video that there was a mark on the top cap. I wasn't able to kind of get that off as I was speaking with my dry finger, but afterwards I got a little wet rag and then it wiped off. So the smudge or blemish that I saw on the top cap doesn't exist. However, I will say that there is a little mark somewhere, I don't have my glasses on now, on the handle that I noticed. It's not real visible, but I'm gonna reach out to Blackland on that. And then also included in there is this little package here, and this has a couple of things in it. It has, I think, a 5-pack of razor blades. It also includes these little rubber rings, and these rubber rings can be placed around these rings. So if you're having a grip issue, you can do that. I thought I would try it today without them, and then in the next shave try it with them, see if it made much difference for me personally. Also included in here, let's see if I can get it out. So I got the 2 base plate, which was on that, the level 2. Also, I got the level 3. I'm starting to wonder about my choices in base plates. I generally like a milder shave, which is why I picked the 2 and 3, but it sounds like even the 4 and 5 might be somewhat mild. So, and then it includes, I think, some blades. I'm not sure what kind of blades, but what I'm gonna load it with is a Nasset blade. So put that back in that back, and we'll clean that up after the shave. So very nice looking razor. The big deal with this one came out with a lot of hype. One, it's from Blackland. Blackland makes some fantastic razors, and it is at a price point that more people can afford. Most of Blackland razors are $200 plus, and they are very premium purchases, and not everybody can afford to do that. So I think the thing that made this attractive was it was from Blackland, and it's definitely more of a budget offering from that standpoint. I think it's $85 for the razor with a single base plate. And then if you want more base plates, I can't remember how much each base plate was. The other thing I think that is kind of hyped this up was the 3D printing technology. So the handle and the top cap are CNC machined, so it's 100% stainless steel razor, but the base plates were all stainless steel 3D printed. So this is the portion of the razor that's 3D printed. The rest of it is CNC machined. It's not a polished razor, but it's definitely a very cool looking razor, as it has that kind of that matte finish. So I will, so we've got a brand new NASA blade, and I know I'm taking a while to get to the shave here, so I apologize about that. I think just kind of wanted to talk about the razor and the soap, or the cream. I keep wanting to call it a soap. So the male portions are on the top cap, which I prefer. So we'll get the base plate on here, and we will get the handle screwed in. NASA blades for me have been a pretty good blade in almost all razors, although I found like in that Tricont razor, the Astra Blue was a better choice for that razor than that. So I'm gonna wet the face, we'll get started, finally. I have not shaved since Friday, so I'm working on 3 days growth. So we'll see how this does on a level 2. Like I said, I've seen some other folks' videos. There's a lot of YouTubers doing videos on this razor, and I'm feeling like the plates are all very, very mild in their orientation or in their shave properties. So we'll see how the level 2 does. So let's get lathered up. So we'll switch gears back to the cream. So this is the first of the Pedro Fiasco cream line that Peter at A&E has come out. I will say, oh, and we are using the PAA Phantom Aerolite brush, synthetic brush here, in the Lancaster Razor Works bowl. I was a little surprised at the consistency of the cream, because it actually is somewhat hard. And not hard, but firmer than I was expecting. So if I try to press on it, it'll press in, but I have to use a little pressure to get an indentation. So it's actually more firm than some of the other soaps that are out there. So it's definitely not leaning to the crope side. So if you were worried about it being too soft, you could probably, if you're a face latherer, you could actually probably load off this. I know in some of the creams or some of the really softer bases, some of the face latherers will scoop into a bowl and then load off the bowl and then face lather. I think you could probably load off of the puck on this. So if you're a face latherer and you were worried about that, or you were worried about it being too soft of a cream, it definitely has a firmer consistency than I was expecting. It's probably firmer or as firm as K2E. In my opinion, I have to go back and double check, but in my mind, it's definitely probably has the firmness of some of the more newer soaps. It's probably even more firm than like the new Omnibus base from Barbershop and Man, or even more firm than like Milk Steak from Declaration Grooming. So I found that to be interesting, because I was expecting more of a cream, kind of like maybe you would get with Case Bubbles luxury cream line. So just thought I would mention that in the video for those of you that want to check out the product. And I'll put a link to that in the description below. All right, so we are all loaded up. We have the blade in here. I'm gonna throw on my glasses, make sure the blade is aligned. I did see DK's video where his blade was not aligned properly initially. So everything looks all in order to me on that front. And so we'll give it a try. Again, it's 3 days growth, so definitely very smooth so far. Taking down the 3 days growth very easily. Very smooth, easy to find the blade angle on this. I think, you know, this is the first Blackland razor that I've owned. I have tried the Blackbird, and I've tried the Vector now just twice. That both of those were loaned to me by John, aka Latherhog, very generously. We've traded some razors back and forth to loan to each other, and that's worked out very nicely for both of us, I think. And yeah, this is, I mean, it's cutting very efficiently in terms of just taking the hair off. I would say this is probably a razor where the shave angle window is a little bit wider, like you're gonna get with like a Mercure or a Rockwell, and it's not gonna necessarily dictate to you a very narrow shave angle window. Some razors I find, like the America razor or that Dracont that I tried from Aylesworth, and the Yates precision manufacturing razor, I think you really kind of have to be on top of the angle and be really tight and on that to not get nicks and cuts, in my opinion. Where this one, I feel like you don't have to be right on top of a specific blade angle, although I'm sure there are certain angles that maybe provide different shape qualities. But so far so good. I get no blade feel really from the level 2 as I was expecting based on some of the other reviews that I've seen. Weight on this is nice. It's a good weight. It's not too heavy. It seems to be well balanced in my hand. I like the width of the handle. It also seems to fit my hand pretty well. I can't remember what the length on the handle is. This is a 3.5 carve, so it's probably just slightly shorter than 3.5 inches on the handle length. But so far, very smooth on the shave. And like I said, this is kind of an introductory price razor. Where's my, looks like my kids got my water spritzer. So that's gone. My water mister. I'm looking on the countertop. Do I see it? No. All right, I'm gonna put a little water on the face here from the sink in between passes here. So I would say on this cream, it lathered up really well. I put about the same amount, or I put roughly the same scoop size in my bowl as I do with any soap. This can take a bit of water, I think, but was not finicky, lathered up real easy. Got a nice creaminess to it. You might be able to see with the sheen in there. Definitely helping me, aiding me in my shave very well. Definitely, I think the slickness is there. I think the density is there. I will say the scent strength, so there's no scent description on the website. So Peter did not put any scent notes that I can see anywhere for the Pedro Fiasco cream line. So I would say this is definitely not a fresh barbershop like you would get from a 345's Fresh Cut Fade or like a Zingari Man Wanderer. I get the scent strength on this is a little light. I would put it in a low medium, probably 4-ish. So it's not a bold and banging scent strength cream, at least this one, from the soap anyways. I would say this actually has a bit of woodiness to it. It's a very pleasant scent. I can't imagine anybody really not liking this scent. I think this scent would appeal to a lot of folks. I almost get a little bit of a sandalwoody background in the notes. It's a little different than any barbershop that I've tried. This is just a real easy razor to use, especially on the plate too. It's almost like first shave initially is almost cruise control on the level 2 plate. You could probably do a lot of buffing with this without really doing any injury to your skin. I do get the feedback, so I'm hearing it cutting. It's kind of a little bit of a hollow feedback to me. Probably can't hear that on camera, but the head's it's a reminiscent shave to me of a Rockwell in terms of shave quality and shave and feel the razor. I think the head is a little bit slimmer than what you're going to get on the Rockwell. So it easily maneuvered around my nose area. But definitely plenty of slickness with this cream. So back to the cream, I know I'm all over the place. I don't get a ton of scent strength. Like I said, it's probably about a medium, probably around a 4-ish. And I will say that, like I said, it leans a little bit more woody to me than anything else. Okay, we'll go for a third pass. I could really tell the efficiency though, just even after the 2 passes, is not super high on the 2 plate, super comfortable. We'll see after the 3rd pass how we do on efficiency. But we still got plenty of lather in the bowl. But yeah, it's hard to really describe the scent strength. I wish there were some scent notes on there. I don't know, I might message Peter and see if he can give me any. But it's a really pleasant scent, really nice. I enjoy it a lot. I mean, barbershop really kind of is a genre that you can lump a lot of different things into. To me, it's almost like a catch-all genre. That if it's not something else, let's just call it a barbershop. But it doesn't lean as traditional to me as like WSP's barbershop or something like that. It's not a sweet scent. I know some of A&E's scents tend to be a little on the sweeter side. This is definitely not that. There's definitely no sweetness to it. So I can still hear it cutting and still get feedback. Still getting feedback on there. Super slick on this cream. I mean, definitely, I don't think there's anything in this cream that you're not getting, in my opinion, out of a quote unquote soap. So, and then, so I think this, as I mentioned in the unboxing, you know, Peter's kind of going after 3 levels now. It's taken a while. There's been a lot of iterations of products, and I've watched A&E. I've only been in this hobby for almost going on 2 years now. Almost, well, a little bit away. June will be 2 years. But I've kind of seen A&E go from when I first came in, they were just introducing Kaizen. And so I've seen it go from Kaizen to Kaizen 2 to Kaizen K2E. Then the shea butter came out. And then that was supposed to be like kind of a more skincare line, if you will. They had the very plain packaging, didn't have like any label art. It came in those frosted and tin caps, which was a very good base. I think there were like 4 or 5 scents in that one. So I'm gonna just do a little buffing around this area. I'm not really doing a traditional fool's pass in the whole mustache area, but kind of up and at an angle, kind of stretching a little bit. No problem with the buffing. Anyways, so there's been a lot of iterations of products, but I think where he's at now is basically kind of 3 lines. because he's trying to appeal to different price points and audiences in emerging markets. So he's got the shave soap in the pucks, which are less than $10. If you're in the club, I think they're somewhere around, I don't know if I'm supposed to say or not, but it's pretty public knowledge. You know, they're somewhere around $8 or something like that. And then the shave cream, it kind of sits in between the K2E and that for the cream. The other thing to note is that you're getting 5 ounces with this cream versus 4 ounces with the typical A&E soap. So even though the price point is in between the puck and the K2E products, you are getting an extra ounce in there. So somewhere around $16 or something like that for the 5 ounces, which is a really good price. And then on top of that, he's got a new program where the more you buy, the more you save. So if you buy 4 items, you get an extra 7% off your total purchase. And that's whether you're in the club or not. So if you're not in the club, you still get that bulk discount. If you're in the club, you get your club discount plus the 7%. I think 8 items, and it could be mix or match, whatever 8 items you get 15%, and I think 12 or more items, you get 20%. So you can get quite a bit of savings. So I think Peter is definitely pushing the edge in terms of value if you're bulk purchasing from A&E. All right, so I'm gonna rinse the face here. And I can tell it's definitely not super efficient. So super comfortable, but 2 is not super efficient. So if you don't want to do a lot of buffing and you're really after BBS, definitely 2 is not the plate for you. If you just want a comfortable shave, a DFS or a damn fine shave, then plate 2 might be for you. But I like milder razors, and I actually just probably feel like plate 2 is probably too mild for me or too inefficient for me. I'm right on the cusp of comfort and efficiency. I'm willing to give up a little bit of efficiency for that comfort, but here I feel like I'd be giving up too much efficiency for that comfort with this particular plate. So I have the 3 plates. The next shave I do with it will be with the 3 plate, but super comfortable, very easy to use, very intuitive. So from that standpoint, it gets a thumbs up. From the efficiency standpoint, kind of thumbs sideways. So that'll do it for the shave. I'll give the Barbershop shave cream 2 thumbs up for sure. Oh, let's get the post. If you've made it this far, we'll get into the post. One warning I will tell you, I've opened the vanilla splash to smell it. It got a little bit on my fingers. I didn't wash my hands. Then I grabbed this and it's got a fingerprint in there. Peter says it's the same label vendor and everything, but just be careful with the splash and getting it on this particular label. He's gonna send me a couple replacement labels because this one and the other one got damaged. All right, so. And it's the same splash formula, so nothing's different about the splash formula. The splash is actually more expensive than the cream by $1 or $2. And I think that's because Peter did not change the splash formula any, but very nice. It almost, to me, has a bit of a, I'm just slightly, but a little bit of the Luther, Oregon vibe to it. I just get a nice woodiness out of it. Very nice scent. Like I said, hard to imagine anybody really disliking it. But we all have different scent preferences, so I'm sure there's people that will, but I find it a nice neutral scent. I would say the scent strength on the splash kicks it up slightly, but still on the medium to low medium side. So this is not one of the more bold and banging A&E scents in terms of scent strength. So there you have it, folks. If you stuck with me, thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll see you soon on the channel. Hopefully you felt some of the information today was helpful for you.